Do you want the convenience and success of a long term football package without a 6 month commitment? WagerTalk has you covered with the perfect package to get you started. Take advantage of our rest of September NFL kickoff special, giving you both the National Football League and college football for the rest of September from the handicapper of your choice for only $1.99. Imagine every NFL and college football play for the rest of the month from your favorite handicapper, including any 5% release during your September access. That's right, college football and NFL for the rest of September for only $1.99. What a way to kick off the NFL season. Why pay regular price?
Welcome into First Pitch for Wednesday, September 15th. I am Drew Martin, joined by Tony Finn, two-man show, 4 games, best bets at the end. Without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, Tony Slick Finn, according to the chat box. Tony, welcome in. How you feeling? Happy Wednesday morning to you.
It's a great day. You know my mantra when I wake up. It's a great day. Great. We need to find out about this Slick, what do they call it, nickname or something. Who did that, and do we need to pay attention to it? Because if the CEO of some big corporations, that one of our sponsors, gave me that nickname, then we'll have to keep it. But I'm not sure I like it. I lost my play yesterday, Drew. Last night again. I've lost more of these late inning games. Seattle bullpen failed me with Boston. I had the under 8 in that game and really looked pretty good up to, I guess, was the 7th inning or the 6th when Boston decided to put up a big crooked number. Went over. Other than that, that's the only play I had. Right now, my plays will be up. My baseball, I have quite a few on my short list that I have to reduce, and I'm waiting for some intel. And I do have my 5% for college football is already up for early. It's an early Saturday morning kick, and I really like this play, and I think you will too. You can get it right now, only at WagerTalk.
Well, Tony, I think it came from the chat box. Maybe Abby, a regular VIP.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah. Is she in the chat box today?
Yeah, in the chat box, let us know what you think it should be. If it shouldn't be Tony Slick Finn. I didn't realize he didn't like it, but that could be better for us. Either way, guys, we got to get into these 4 games. We'll find some winners. We'll hit the chat box along the way.
Feel free to chime in. Matter.
What he wants to be called as his nickname. Also, what you're looking to bet, where you're watching from. It all works here on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Each and every day, Monday through Friday, 1:45, 2 o'clock Eastern time start time. Thanks for joining us live. We got first game up, St. Louis Cardinals. Plus price here, Tony. You know, I this wasn't my best bet. This was the first to get cut off of my best bet, only because 2 of the top 3 arms out of the St. Louis bullpen, not sure if they're going to be available, with Gallegos and Reyes going 3 of the last 4 days. But Lester, 2.89 ERA his last 5 starts. They're catching up, plus 135 price tag here. They've won 4 straight games. Now, don't look now, Tony. The St. Louis Cardinals, if the season ends today, they would find themselves in that wild card game. It's been a surprising run, winning 4 straight, 7:10 Eastern here. Are you liking anything in the St. Louis Cardinals New York Mets game, Tony?
Well, I'm loving the New York Mets. I'm loving anyone who plays the St. Louis Cardinals. I have a season total under 86.5. I still don't think they're going to make it. They go on these 3-game losing streaks, and I say, well, finally they're playing to their skill set. And then all of a sudden, then they win 4 in a row, and I say, you know, you pricks are worrying me a little bit. Will you quit winning? Here's the deal with Lester. He's been a fade for most of us. Been a fade of mine all year in Washington. He beat me a couple times in Washington. I'm still on the plus side, the plus money with Lester this year, fading him. I haven't backed him other than a total. That total was last game. What Lester's done is he's completely, and I mean completely, changed his pitch mix. And that ERA that you mentioned, Drew, is due to the pitch mix and what he's doing. And he's no longer throwing his four-seamer. His four-seamer is just not, it doesn't have the dynamics, doesn't have the movement, nor does it have the velocity that's fooling anybody. And he's throwing sliders, changeups, sliders, curveballs, all off speed almost. And in today's game, with Ed Hickox, Drew, who's pitcher friendly, superb, should I say. He's a top 20 guy on my list. This would be a game I would probably be on the under in. I'm not in it. It's on my list, but it's, as you said, how long can Lester pitch? Has he had? Is this mix going to work, continue to work for him? Because if it does, this St. Louis lineup is still hit and miss. I prefer to be against them, or at least playing to the under with them, and that would be where I would be at today, at least. And that's where I'm at, kind of like you. I didn't take it completely off my list, but I was kind of waiting for some other intel.
Okay, good stuff, Tony. Here on the first game, we got the chat box live right now. Different names for Tony. Tony Mute Finn. Yeah. I believe I was the one that was without the voice working yesterday, but Tony has been muted, as have other handicappers. But that's okay, guys. It looks like we're good today. We also got Gonzalez in here saying stick a fork in the Padres. Actually, buddy, that's one of the games we'll be talking about. The last game on the card for today, a nightcap in the show. But thanks to everybody joining us live here in the chat box. It is live right now. Wager Talk YouTube channel as we head to the ATL for a second game. Tella on the hill. You know what? Going for the Braves, minus 190 now. We're seeing the Braves. This is a pricey kind of ticket on the Braves, at least in my opinion here, Tony. Of course, the Rockies, they can't win on the road. That has a lot to do with this number. 8.5 the total in Cobb County. 7:20 Eastern start here, Tony. You interested in getting involved with the Rocks and the Braves tonight?
Anybody but Sensatella, I would be interested in this. But I think he's probably one of the more underrated, undervalued pitchers in Major League Baseball, much because he's pitching for the Rockies and Coors Field. There's a lot of variables that give him, at least in my orbit, that label. He's very capable. This guy is very capable. He can when he's commanding his stuff. He's a guy that I certainly would love to have at plus 180, which is what he is today, but not in Atlanta, not against these Braves right now, and especially not with the Rockies lineup on the road. If I'm on this game and I'm not, Drew, I would definitely be leaning and Atlanta and feeling pretty comfortable about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, going with the favorite there, and heck, if you can lay the juice here, minus 190 with the Braves looks like at least a lean from you, right, Tony? You're not you're not rolling the dice.
Anybody on this Rockies staff, but Sensatella. Because, and I've spoke about this kid before. We don't have the Rockies a lot of times as one of our feature attractions on this show because there's the Rockies. But he's capable. He's a good pitcher. He's capable. You don't hear anything, but he's one of those kind of he's that shadow. He's that monster in the alley unless he's on your side or you're on him, and then he's your friend. But my experience with him has been either playing. Get a good price, get a nice plus price on him, or just stay away.
Guys, next game up, 8:10 Eastern start here. We get the Oakland A's, Kansas City Royals here. Manea versus Minor. We saw the A's minus 150, now down to minus 135 here. So some Royals money throughout the day, Tony. We get the Oakland A's losing 3 straight games, 3-7 their last 10. Whereas on the flip side, Kansas City Royals, they got a hot lineup right now. 125 weighted runs created plus number in the last week. Won 2 straight games. 8.5 being the total. Oakland A's minus 135 favorites on the road. I kind of like the Royals here, Tony. What are you thinking in Kansas City tonight?
Yeah. Well, I will say this. Let's go ahead and put a bounty out on anyone, those who are listening, those who are going to pick this up on demand. If you can figure out when the Royals are going to be who they were like yesterday and recently, and know exactly when they're not, then I'm sure that Drew and I could put together a nice payday for you. And then all you have to do is give us that formula because it's crazy. Oakland, who was considered, I never believed once Astros took the lead in this division, after the break, they, if you'll remember, Oakland was 2.5 back. They were that as poorly as Houston was playing for a stretch. If you remember, Drew, Oakland still 2.5 back. What have they lost? Have they lost like 19 in their last 25 games? And has their bullpen just completely gone, left sobriety? And are they drunk every night? Because they're giving up runs in bunches.
Yeah. Absolutely, they are. Their bullpen rating here, and this is one of the biggest discrepancies in terms of bullpens going at it tonight. I actually have the Kansas City Royals as the third best bullpen in baseball. The last, at least the last 2 months here, Tony, and the Oakland A's 24th best. So there is a wide discrepancy here. Oakland's bullpen, are they drunk? Who knows?
Yeah, I know this. If they're not drunk, then Billy's got some things to worry about. That's for damn certain. If they are drunk, I'm pretty damn pissed at them. They didn't invite me. So I'm with you. If you're playing something here, listen. Look at the pitching road. Look at the pitchers we have today's card. There's nothing really, really special. And in fact, most people. Listen, I don't want to say public, but most weekend warriors or guys that casually glance at pitchers and stats and surface numbers would think that Sean M was one of the better pitchers on the night. And in truth, he probably is. But I'm not a fan of this Oakland staff when they're outside the Coliseum. So the price, everything, as you mentioned, is about being in the Royals dugout tonight or not being near this game.
Finn, would you be okay going with that one?
You blinked out on me there. I say that again. I apologize.
Oh, no worries. We got some more. I guess you could say recommendations for your nickname.
Okay,
if you're not really liking Slick there.
I'm thinking, just so you guys know, you in the chat, in the audience, I'm thinking something in the line of Tony. It's good to be King Finn, something like that. Something that would reflect that.
Yeah, I don't know if that fits that well, guys. Help us out here in the chat box. It
doesn't roll off the tongue very well. But
I'm not really feeling that one.
Okay.
We're seeing Tony Hair of the Dog Finn from Gonzalez. We're also seeing Tony Whiskey Finn. I think that one might work if you're a whiskey.
I'm a tequila guy. No. I'll drink some whiskey if that's all I got, but no. Well, mezcal and tequila.
You look like a tequila guy. I could see that.
Well, I'm not. I'll take that as a compliment because I'm not sure what that means, what a tequila guy looks like. But most of those guys look pretty wrinkled and old, and they have a sombrero and they speak with an accent. I shouldn't have said that. Probably wasn't politically correct, was it?
No, it's okay. I always feel like a tequila guy has a good smile and is a fun time. So I meant that as a compliment.
Yes, it is. But, and you know what? Take that a step further, Drew. A tequila and Quaalude guy. I've never met a tequila Quaalude guy that wasn't happy.
Peace on Tony Whiskey Finn. Tony Tequila Finn. That might work as well. As we head to the state of California to talk the San Diego Padres. There's some Padres fans that are likely drinking some tequila right now. Losing five straight games and also being close to the Mexican border there. 9:45 Eastern start, 6:45 Pacific here. The nightcap on the card, nightcap for the show here. We get Joe Musgrove and Leon going for the San Francisco Giants. What that tells me, Tony, the Giants going with a bullpen game here. 8.5 being the total. Near a pick 'em price. I'm seeing -105 available. Looks like the Giants taking a little money, but pretty much we can call it a pick 'em price here. What are you thinking in the nightcap tonight? Padres and Giants, Tony.
I'm just going to tell you, I think that if you play San Francisco here, that before, after, during the game, you may be charged with grand larceny. Because the way the Padres are hitting the baseball, a bullpen game against them is just what the doctor ordered. And as good as Musgrove has been this year, our first no-hitter of the year, if you remember way back in April, his numbers against San Francisco are just not that good. And in truth, Leon was supposed to be the starter yesterday, if you remember. The numbers, and he's only going to go a couple innings, but still, whoever's piggybacking with Leon, San Diego is not. If San Diego was at their best, or at least average with a bat in their hand, they're not very. They haven't been very good against Leon. The way they're hitting right now, which is there's only 2 teams in Major League Baseball and that have a lower OPS than San Diego. They're a fade. And if we had the echo, I would say it 5 times so you can hear fade 20 times.
I got you. Yeah, I'm the same way. This is actually my best bet, guys. So we'll hit it in the best bet section. Do want to give the chat box some love here, Tony. They are going live. I got to read off some of these names. We got Tony TJ Finn, Tony Tijuana Finn, Tijuana
like
Tony.
Oh no, I like that. Okay, go ahead.
All those work for you?
Which one was the last one?
Tijuana Tony.
Yeah, Tijuana Tony's not too bad. Although, there should be some. It should be like Lord Tijuana Tony or Sir Tijuana Tony. We really
got
I'm
Buck
old,
saying
guys, 61. I got to have some. There's got to be some elegance to my nickname, some title, some entitlement. Give that to me at least.
Tony, I'm just going to read them off here. You say what your favorite one is. Tony the Worm Finn, Tijuana Tony, Tony Money Finn, Tony Friday Finn, Tony Safe. I can't read that one, but welcome to put it here in the chat, guys. We got Tony Time Filter Finn, Tony Late Finn. All those work. Tijuana Tony's my favorite. Buddy.
These people know me. This is scary shit. Okay? I mean, the late thing, it used to be fashionable until I forgot, dementia started setting in and I didn't remember where I was 5 minutes ago. So that's why I'm late, guys. Remember, I get busy and, I forget. I like those. Those are okay. The worm, I understand the reference, but if people don't know me, the worm, it probably isn't something I want to brand.
Okay. We also got Tony Purple Haze Finn. We lost Tony tonight. Sir Tijuana. Mm-hmm. It all works, guys. There's some good stuff in here. Shout out to the chat box, guys. Appreciate it. If you're liking the content, please smash the like button. We do have best bets coming up right now. The moment you've all been waiting for, besides naming Tony's nickname, which was a lot of fun with you guys in the chat box. Thanks to all of you, Gooch, Larry, Joey, Daryl, RV, Johnny Outlaw, as always. So, guys, I'll start us off here. Best bets in the game we were just talking about before Tony's nickname, Padres and Giants, Musgrove, Leon. And look, guys, the teams like the Rays and the Giants, when it's a bullpen game, I'm not crossing that out. I'm actually at times looking to be betting on that because I think there's some value here. I am on the Giants minus 105. This is a Giants team that has won 9 straight, 47-23 at home, plus 187 run differential. They're 95-50, 655 winning percentage. The best team in baseball. You are what your record says you are. The record says they're the best team in baseball. They're going up against Joe Musgrove. I guess you could make the argument we're giving up the starting pitcher edge here to Joe Musgrove. That's fine. But the fact is, Musgrove against the Giants this year in 2 starts, 10 innings, 9 earned runs, 12 hits given up, 3 home runs, 1 at home, 1 away start there. So, look, they've seen him well. I think the Giants are going to put up some crooked numbers here. This is a Padres team that has lost 5 straight games. They've lost their wild card spot right now. And Musgrove in current form, very average, 3.45 ERA, 1.25 whip in his last 5 games. So we get the bullpen advantage. We get the handedness of the pitcher against the opposing lineup. We get the Giants, the 3rd best lineup in baseball against righties, whereas the Padres are the 12th best lineup against righties as well. But heck, the Giants bullpen can go righty lefty all the way through. And last but certainly not least, the Giants lineup, number 2 hottest lineup in baseball the last week with a 146 weighted runs created plus number. And the Padres the last week, one of, if not the coldest lineup in baseball. So for all of those reasons, my best bet, what I bet personally here, the San Francisco Giants at a pick 'em price in the nightcap. So Tony, finish us off with best bets, buddy.
I want to throw one thing in on that game that I didn't, when we previewed this game, the one thing I didn't mention was this is kind of a special day or a period in history to Joe Musgrove. He's a huge Roberto Clemente fan. He spends and when he was playing for Pittsburgh, he spent what the coaches would say an abnormal amount of time in the Roberto Clemente Museum. So that's just, although I'm with you on this, Drew, I wanted to throw that in because it's, I don't think it's Michael Jordan's father passing when playing with the flu and IVs, where he had career games or something like that. But worth noting, you think? Maybe. So just so you know. Isn't today the anniversary? Isn't today the Clemente anniversary? Or yesterday, was it?
I'm actually not sure. I don't know.
I think it is, of the plane crash, And I just, it seems to be resonating with me because when I was speaking to one of the Pittsburgh beat writers, he was mentioning, talking about, that was a conversation, how Musgrove was crazy, not crazy, but infatuated with that part of Pittsburgh and in his life. So we'll move on. I digress. So let's go to my best bet, which I've completely forgotten about now because now all I got in my mind is Joe Musgrove and Roberto Clemente. But I believe I'm on Cleveland. I like the Tribe today. I like Quantrill. I like what Quantrill has morphed into from April and May to what he is now in September. He's absolutely spot on with his command. He's never going to wow you. You might be sitting in a crowd in Cleveland or one of the other MLB venues across America watching a game, and your team or one team is playing Cleveland, and you'll never stand up or hit your better half or your worse half and say, that's a nasty stuff, Quantrill guy. No, he's not going to strike a lot of guys out. He doesn't miss a lot of bats, but he like his father, his baseball IQ is high. He's a savvy kid. And if you're under the tutelage of the Cleveland pitching staff, you're in good hands. You really are in good hands in most situations. And the Twins, listen, Cleveland gets a park upgrade. All right. I'll call it a park upgrade because this is what Quantrill needs. He needs target as opposed to pitching in at the whim or at the mercy of the wind in Cleveland. So target doesn't give up a lot of fly ball home runs. That helps Quantrill. And for the most part, Jax is nothing but a guy that's filled the rotation here. At least that's what he is right now. He's a filler, an innings eater, a guy to help finish out the season so they can make their first week of October tee times. The Minnesota Twins. Okay. Take Quantrill, Cleveland at a small dog price.
All right, guys, we got the recap here for the best bets. Tony, or Tijuana Tony Finn here, WagerTalk.com. Make sure to check him out, experts page. We got Indians plus 105, Giants minus 105. So two near pick'em prices, one slight underdog, one slight favorite here, guys. Let's go Giants and Indians. For Tony Finn, I am Drew Martin. Huge shout out to the chat box. All you guys in here. It was live the whole show. Really appreciate it. If you're watching on replay, feel free to drop a line below. Read them out tomorrow in terms of what Tony's nickname should be and what you're betting tonight on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. That all works, guys. So for Tony Finn, I am Drew Martin. Thanks for tuning in. Please smash that like button on your way out. Best of luck with your bets. We'll talk tomorrow.
It's good to be king.
Do you want the convenience and success of a long-term football package without a 6-month commitment? Wager Talk has you covered with the perfect package to get you started. Take advantage of our rest of September NFL kickoff special, giving you both the National Football League and college football for the rest of September from the handicapper of your choice for only $1.99. Imagine every NFL and college football play for the rest of the month from your favorite handicapper, including any 5% release during your September access. That's right, college football and NFL for the rest of September for only $1.99. What a way to kick off the NFL season. Why pay regular price when you can save money on every purchase with WagerBucks at both WagerTalk and Sports Memo? WagerBucks are now eligible for use on not just daily, 3-day, and 7-day passes, but all long-term and seasonal packages up to 1 full year. There are tons of options available for every budget and size of bettor, from as low as $90 gets $100, all the way up to $3,500 gets you $5,000. Save every day on every pick you buy with WagerBucks. Do you want the convenience and success of a long-term football package without a 6-month commitment? WagerTalk has you covered with the perfect package to get you started. Take advantage of our rest of September NFL kickoff special, giving you both the National Football League and college football for the rest of September from the handicapper of your choice for only $1.99. Imagine every NFL and college football play for the rest of the month from your favorite handicapper, including any 5% release during your September access. That's right, college football and NFL for the rest of September for only $1.99. What a way to kick off the NFL season. Why pay regular price when you can save money on every purchase with WagerBucks at both WagerTalk and Sports Memo? WagerBucks are now eligible for use on not just daily, 3-day, and 7-day passes, but all long-term and seasonal packages up to 1 full year. There are tons of options available for every budget and size of bettor, from as low as $90 gets $100, all the way up to $3,500 gets you $5,000. Save every day on every pick you buy with WagerBucks.